The first group are those who have been left out because of the 50% income rule in the Self-Employment Income Support Scheme. This is 1.2 million people. This rule said that to be eligible for the Self-Employment Support Scheme, your self-employment income had to be over 50% of your total income for the past 3 years. This rule was meant to prevent double support for people with 2 or more jobs at the same time at the start of the pandemic. However, this rule has ended up penalising people who have had 2 or more sources of income, one after the other, over the past 3 years. Right now, the self-employment scheme criteria treat one-off income from up to 3 years ago with the same level of importance as income from a week or 2 before the lockdown, which means if you received a lump sum of a few £1,000s a very long time ago, that could rule you out from receiving any support for the entirety of the pandemic. People are being penalised for money they received 3 years ago, even if it was a lump sum and had nothing to do with their salary. This rule has ended up penalising very low earners who have drawn down their pension as a lump sum or who work to top up their pension. This group disproportionately includes widows and widowers and disabled veterans. This rule also punishes anyone who went from a higher paid role into a lower paid role, including into self-employment. Here's some ways that Rishi could fix this. First of all, just drop the 50% requirement completely. There is no equivalent in the furlough scheme, and the costs can be controlled already by the £2,500 a month income cap from the furlough scheme or the existing caps and support in the self-employment support scheme. Failing that, HMRC should update the criteria to disregard certain types of income from this calculation, so that your pension shouldn't be included, and neither should lump sums such as PPI, inheritance, bereavement, divorce, or redundancy. Alternatively, the Treasury could update the formula to give greater weight to recent income and lesser weight to income or lump sums from up to 3 years ago. For example, historical income could be discounted by 5 percentage points for each calendar month that's passed since it was first received. Take, for example, a £5,000 lump sum received 18 months ago. Could be PPI, could be redundancy, could be injury, could be anything. 18 months at 5 percentage points per month is 90 percentage points, which means that for the purposes of the calculation, a £5,000 lump sum 18 months ago would be treated as £500 of income.